Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, to my world. I come here today because I got a strong impulse to do a reading. What does your child want you to know? I felt it very, very present, so I just follow it. And I see like you will be guided, like the right people will be guided here who maybe have issues. It could be a child which is on earth right now. It could be a child in spirit. You could have a problem understanding your child right now. Maybe it cannot yet speak, or it's in a phase in life like puberty, teenage years, where you feel you sort of drifting apart from each other, and you might be desperate to find some answers, to understand what is actually going on. And this is a timeless reading, so whenever you find this, it will be the right moment. So before we start, I invite you to take a moment to tune into your body, to close your eyes, ground yourself, put the soles of your feet onto the floor, connecting with the energy of Mother Earth. You could be a mom or a dad, it doesn't matter. Allow the breath to flow in and out naturally. And from here, I invite you to focus and bring your awareness into your heart space. Allow the breath to flow into your heart space. Allow the tension to flow out of your shoulders. Release the tension, release your shoulders. Come back into the heart. And then within your heart space, bring up the image of your child. Maybe see a moment or recall a moment where you were really happy together. A moment where you maybe embraced your child in a hug, or like a situation which you felt a deep connection, a deep, deep love. Feel how your heart is opening, how you feel a tenderness, a softness. And then that space, I invite you to connect and stay connected to your child within the reading and even later on. That there is a strong bond between you, a love that runs so, so deep beyond time and space, beyond this life. And then slowly, whenever you're ready, you can also place your hands onto your heart. And then whenever you're ready, slowly come back into the space, come back into the room. And I brought my beautiful soul medicine cards. They're actually in German, but I will translate because they're paintings. They always bring me back to my inner child. So I thought this is the right card through which your child wants to communicate. And this is a collective reading, obviously, but I still feel strong that there's a message. If you're drawn to this reading, there's a message from your child. What do we need to know? The child of the person watching wants to communicate. What is important right now? What is important right now? Releasing tension is important. I get that. Releasing tension within the connection. Being more patient. Ooh. Wow, okay. So it's this card. Look at that, how beautiful. Forgiveness comes forth. Vergebung means forgiveness. So something between you might have happened you couldn't forgive, but moreover, what I get is forgiving yourself. And with forgiving, I mean like accepting the situation how it is right now, and with that accepting where you are at right now, and looking at yourself from a place of love, deep care and compassion, because that opens the field so you can look onto your child with a deep care, love and compassion. What we do not accept in ourselves, we do not accept in our children or anyone around us. And if we cannot forgive, like even if you treated your child in a very, very wrong way, your child loves you unconditionally, no matter what. If you're not ready yet to walk towards it and ask for forgiveness, sit with yourself, and with all these eyes, what I really get is look towards yourself, look into the mirror, look into your own eyes within deep care of who you are, how far you've walked, how far you came already from, how far you came, and see that you're a loving being. And even, like sometimes when I'm overwhelmed and I'm short-tempered, I treat my dog, it's my third child, let's say it like this, and then I'm short-tempered and I treat her not in a right way, and then I'm beating myself up after that, and then I reflect back to how many times I was angry with my mom, how she treated me, etc. But then, I still love Lily so much, but I still did react in a way which I didn't want to. And my mom most probably loved me, not most probably, she loves me so much, but she treated me in the past in a way which which could have been improved. But it is what it is. And forgiving yourself will support the other person in forgiving as well, because you will not have that energy of shame, guilt and blame in your energetic field anymore. And everything outside of ourselves is just a mirror reflection of who we are right in that moment. So once you just accept who you are, allow yourself to be, love yourself. Like there's this story coming to mind. I don't know, she's an influencer, I forgot her name, I only saw her once in an interview, and she said her mom had a alcohol addiction. I think it was an alcohol addiction. Oh, and the doctor said if she's not stopping, she will die from it. So her daughter wanted to obviously help her. So she was hiding all the alcohol, but then she gave her, like, it was really, really difficult for the mom. And then she started to give her marijuana, but that didn't help. And she was so desperate to support her mom in healing. She was like, what can I do? And then what came through is like, love her so deeply, love the shit out of her. And she did, and that helped her mom heal. So it's always about coming back to a space of love. Okay, so don't condemn yourself, because with all these black clouds, I see you're in a dark space where you feel like you're a bad person, which you're not. Let me see what else wants to come through. What do we need to know in this situation? What does your child want us to know? All right. So what came out was the moon. The moon is traditionally in astrology ruled by Cancer. No, Cancer, it rules Cancer, excuse me, which is the motherly energy. It rules the 4th house, which is our early upbringing. In Tarot, it's ruled by Pisces, but still it's like a watery energy. It's like subconscious energy. It's what we don't see beyond, like behind, underneath the surface. It's subconscious things, patterns, which actually are ruling the show. And I believe with the Tower coming here and sort of a Cancer mom, because the Queen of Cups is ruled by water, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. There is something in regards to how you love, most probably from your early childhood, you were conditioned in a certain way, how you show love, what is right, how your child needs to function to be properly educated, to be a good child, which needs to come to a fall. Yeah. So some righteousness about what you think is the right way needs to come to a fall, because your child has an opinion. Your child knows. Actually, like, parents are here to guide, like, not to guide, but to prepare the space for an individual to unfold in their own ways. I know that is so difficult for parents, because they have been conditioned to act in a certain way, and they may be not knowing any better yet. But you are really, really called to look into yourself, maybe get some help, maybe go to a counseling, look into counseling, or like alternative ways, embodiment practices, releasing your subconscious stuff. Maybe you have a lot of anger inside, you know, how you were treated in the past by your parents. Maybe you were controlled, or you experienced a lot of control from your parents in the past. Maybe you were locked away a lot of times, you know, whenever you didn't function right, or whenever you spoke up. Maybe you were a strong child yourself, but you were sort of suppressed in your expression. People didn't want to hear you, people didn't want to listen to you, and that made you feel very alienated and alone, and you were sort of withdrawn. And now you have a child yourself, you are a mom, and you're obviously faced with all of the shit, because it's like that. I have so many moms in my friendship circles, and also in my clients. Nearly all of them are moms, and they have stuff going on with their children. And many of my coachings, we were speaking about that, you know, how to properly deal with your child if you not see it as somebody looking down on them, but actually approaching them from an equal standpoint, listening to them, listening to what they have to say. You know, and if you did something wrong, approach them and say, look, mom is sorry. I didn't want to treat you in that way. I didn't want to cut you. I didn't want to put you down. I didn't want to suppress you. I didn't want to control you and your expression and who you actually are. Yeah, it's just sometimes I feel inadequate. You're full, like your hands full. And sometimes being a mom is so overwhelming. And I think it's not spoken enough about how sometimes, you know, sometimes I'm thinking, and this is not comparing my situation to yours, but sometimes like, oh my God, it was so much easier when I didn't have Lily, you know, and maybe you think the same. Maybe you think like, oh my God, sometimes it was so much easier when I didn't have the child. Maybe sometimes secretly you regret the decision, which doesn't make you a bad mom. It is human. It is overwhelming. You have a being which you're responsible of, and that sometimes can create a lot of tension, a lot of overwhelm. And what I want to say is get help, because you don't have to do it alone. They say it takes a whole village to raise a child, but we're in a modern world. In the Western world, we are so often left alone with that. Yeah, oh my God, what comes out, like you're overburdened, like that's what I'm getting. You have too much on your plate. Maybe you're working, maybe you want to build up your own business, maybe, I don't know, like maybe you even care for another family member. You have to do your household, you're maybe a single mom, or even if you have a partner, you try to be the super mom, and it's so heavy on you, you know, it's like a big burden, and that's why you don't have enough space actually. So listen, if you are totally relaxed, you just came back from a holiday, you know, like you have 100,000 euros on your account, you have a nanny and everything is sorted, you have a lot of compassion and space to be a super mom, right? Because you are in a good space. But if you're carrying all of this, it's not healthy, and you cannot be a mom, a proper mom, but you cannot be a mom who has capacity to listen actually to what's going on in their child's life if you carry all of this on your own. So I'm really, and your child is actually really asking you to get that help you need, you know. What else do we need to know here? What else does this child want to tell you? There's so much love. Ah, look, they want to. So the Fool comes out, and the Fool is in the traditional pack, or like in this pack, actually somebody who is open-hearted. They want to go out into the world. They want to feel free, excited. They don't worry about things. So they tell you in a sense, Mom, let that old stuff go and don't worry. I'm here. I love you. Let's explore. Let's be more free. Maybe take your child more often to the lake, go to the playground, like go to the forest, explore. Don't overthink it. Children don't need all, like, I see so many parents, they work so much because they want to pay many things for their children, many whatever. But I was a nanny in the past, you know, I worked with little children, and I saw this woman, the mom, she was going abroad many times. She brought back all of that play stuff, all of the toys. But what that child actually wasn't needing is the mom. You know, whenever the mom was gone, she would pee in the bed at night because she was missing the mom. She didn't need the toy. She needed her mom to go out with her, play with her, be excited, show her the world. And then the Ten of Cups, look at that. Your child is like, Mom, we're a family. Like, let's enjoy. Stop overthinking it. Stop beating yourself up. Take the help you need and let's go out and be a happy family. There's so much love here, what I said before even the card came out. And there's the Magician. So you can manifest that. Even if you're in a situation that looks a little bit like that right now, your child is like, Mom, get the help. Ask grandma, ask a friend, ask for support in form of counseling, or somebody coming, a babysitter, a couple of times a week, where you can get out, do something for yourself also, because that's also for your child. If you look after yourself, you actually look after your child, because you will come back with a full cup, an overflowing cup, and not just an empty cup, you know. And I really do more things together. Go out, focus on exploring together, arts and crafts. Take time, read to your child, and because you have all it takes to manifest a different way and to equip your child. Whatever you give to your child right now, it will always have it in their heart for forever. If you tell them, hey, you can do whatever you want in your life, you can be whatever you want, they will have that in their hearts. And yeah, collect pebbles with them, go to the river, swim. All of this is what I'm getting here for you. And I want to draw one last card. Which one do I want? Do I want the woodland ones? Yes, I love them. They're so beautiful. And they have beautiful messages. So as a final message, I think you got what you need to do. As a final message from your child, what does it want to tell you? What does these children, the collective of these children, want to tell their parents, their moms, their caretakers? Yes. The eel and the iris, safety. It's a beautiful card. Let's see. The eel and the iris. Eels are furtive creatures, often burying themselves in the murky depths. The idiom, slippery as an eel, refers to the eel's ability to escape harm. The iris is the tall, hardy flower from which the fleur-de-lis, a medieval symbol of power and victory, is derived. Together, and the stealthy eel and the mighty iris indicate safety in our homes, relationships, and work. Upright. Now is a good time to establish healthy boundaries. If others take offense, do not fret over their reaction. Stand firm in your power like the iris. And the questions are, what do I need in order to feel safe? How can I extend safety to others? So what I get here, if you're burdened down also by things which do not make you feel safe, like financial trouble, stuff, whatever, like making you not feel safe, no, you have whatever it takes to change the situation. What I get here is get help, get support, reach out to somebody. And there are so many places where we can actually get support in whatever situation we are. Maybe financially, some people are too proud to actually receive financial support because they think it means they're a failure or it makes them a bad person, or they, like, I don't know, like so many times in the past I had conversations with people. They don't want to take government help for a while because they feel bad about it. I don't get that. You've paid into the pot for a long time. So why wouldn't you, just for some time where you're in trouble, take that support? That's why this is there. It's a support system. Allow yourself to be supported. That's also something what your child wants you to know. Because then you can support your child also. Whew. Strong message. I hope you could receive all the love that was coming through from your child to you. Everything is gonna be well. You are looked after and you're safe. That's the final words I want to tell you. And if you're in need for support, you can also reach out to me. And I'm wishing you all the best and much love for you, for your future, for your situation. And I believe you can handle it. Take time, take patience in yourself and your capabilities. And yeah, I hope to see you soon on my channel. Much love and bye-bye.